Funny Fanny, what do you think of that?
Oh, Basil, it's fantastic.
Yes, it is, isn't it? I knew you'd be impressed. Of course, it's important to hold it firmly, but not too tight.
Can I try it?
Of course you can, Funny Fanny.
It's a bit too long for me, Basil.
Now, try a stroke.
Like this, Basil?
Gosh, you've done this before, haven't you?
Honestly, Basil, I've never held a golf club before today.
Well, you're a natural, I'd say. Have another go. Just whip the club head back and really go for it. Here, let me stand behind you and give you a hand.
Ah, Bond.
No! Please, sir, not so much noise. Miss Funny Fanny's about to putt.
Basil, I think we caught P with the club.
You idiot, Bond. Get into my office at once.
Oh, but, sir, Miss Funny Fanny and I were about to play around.
Yes, I can see that. Get inside.
Aye, aye, sir. Oh, by the way, sir, watch out for those golf balls on the office floor. Ah, I see we have guests, sir.
Yes, Bond, these people are indeed our guests. They come from Germany.
Leave it to me, sir. I speak fluent German. Guten Abend, Borussia Mönchengladbach. Have du Jürgen Klinsmann? Por favor, Vorsprung durch Technik.
Are you all right?
Bond, let me introduce the famous Professor Ernest von Morning.
Oh, please, call me Ernie.
Ernie von Morning. Do you know, there's a song in there, isn't there? Ernie one morning, just as the sun was rising.
Yes, Bond, please.
May I introduce my assistant, Tatiana Romanova Legova.
You may call me Tanya, Mr. Bond.
Thank goodness, for 1 minute I thought I was going to get the leg over.
Bond, let's get on with business. The Professor first joined us in the West when he went over the wall.
Toilets up the creek, eh, sir?
He risked his life to get here.
He was nearly caught by the Rockfilers.
Ooh, nasty, nasty.
I had to get away. I became tired of communism, disenchanted with Marx.
Really, I've always liked Marx. They'll change anything, you know. The food hall is brilliant. They do a really lovely rice pudding with clotted cream and...
If I may continue, Mr. Bond, eventually I escaped, but I had to try and convince Tanya to join me. At first, I didn't think she'd come across, but she did eventually.
Yeah, she looks the type.
I had a lot of trouble with the Polish border.
Oh, a bit like Mrs. Hoskins.
Mrs. Hoskins?
Yes, sir, she had a Polish boarder. He was nothing but trouble. Kept rifling the meter when she was out.
Bond, enough of this. The Professor has brought with him 2 chemical compounds that could be of enormous value to our country. Professor, would you care to expound?
I'll open a window.
No, Bond. The Professor here is the world's leading authority on heavy water.
Really, really? Maybe you can help me. You see, my kettle's terribly furred up, Professor.
Look at these 2 flasks here.
Good old tea time.
First, we will examine the contents of the blue flask.
Right you are. Excellent.
No!
That's a highly volatile chemical. You should not have drunk it.
Why? It's got a hell of a kick to it. Can you smell burning?
Allow me to explain. The blue flask, which you have just sampled, contains essence of cupra, alum, and fuel. And the red flask contains HO4 and SO2. Mix them together and you get...
I know. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
What?
Essence of cupra, alum, and fuel, HO4 and SO2. Put them together and what do you get? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
No, Mr. Bond, these are chemical formulae. If you mix them together, you will get a big bang.
Sounds good to me. Hand over the other flask.
You misunderstand, Mr. Bond. In isolation, these chemicals are comparatively harmless, but mixed together, they can produce the greatest explosion ever known to mankind.
And that'll clear the fur off my kettle, will it?
As you can imagine, Bond, the Russians will stop at nothing to get these flasks back.
So where do I fit in, sir?
Your mission in all this, Bond, is to act as decoy.
No problem.
What are you doing?
Acting as a decoy, sir.
Don't be foolish, Bond. Look at these. 2 identical flasks.
Not only that, sir, but they look the same as the others.
Yes, but the liquids in these are harmless. You will carry them to our scientific research establishment, thus drawing the enemy's attention away from the Professor, who will take the real ones to a secret laboratory. But be warned, We believe that the Russians have already sent a mole to recapture the formula.
The fiends. They'll train animals to do anything.
Hold it there, Mr. Bond. I am the mole.
Well, keep away from my lawn.
Hand over the flask.
She's got a gun, Bond. Better do as she says.
Aye, aye, sir.
I've got 2 blue ones.
It's this cold weather.
Pass me the red one. No, not both of them. Now I have 2 red.
Do you want one of each?
Of course.
But do you want a blue and a red one, or a red and a blue?
Oh, for goodness sake, just give me that blue flask and that red flask. Good. Now my mission is complete. I bid you good day.
Ah, damn. Now we have lost the formula.
Not quite. You see, I managed to switch the real chemicals for the dummy pair. These flasks are the genuine article.
Are you sure, Bond?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's try mixing them, eh?
No!
Well, look at that. Brilliant. It's cleared all the fur out of my kettle.